Right, okay, we're on a mini Chippy Tour at the moment. We're up in Cumbria and surrounding areas, and we're at Barrow-in-Furness at Olympic. It's quite a big chippy. It's a great chippy, actually, because we just walked in and you could see everyone bouncing off each other. You know, the owner, I presume, he was polite, he was courteous with the staff, which is always good to see. I think there was some staff training. Didn't get in the way, helped out, they were really good. So yeah, it was a nice feel about the place. It's all on the food. I've asked for a small tartar sauce, and that's exactly what I got. I asked for a homemade fish cake. Looks very generic. Looks like a frozen one, but that's, you know, might be just a good chef that's put this together like that. Normally when you get a homemade fish cake, you're kind of fat and really kind of like a sage and onion, mashed potato, stuffing kind of thing. But let's break it open and see. Now it tastes like the frozen ones, the ones that a lot of them get. But it's not for me to say, because I did ask for a homemade one, so I can only presume this is a homemade one. Try a bit of this tartar sauce with it. That's nice. That's meaty, that is. I mean, when I say meaty, it's got stuff going on. I'm giving that an O. That is absolutely delicious. You know, you could eat that on its own. Look at that. I don't know whether that's gherkin slices in there or like a pickled cucumber or something going on. But it's chunky. It's chunky. I like that a lot. I really like that. Wish we got a large now. We move on to the cheese fry it. Now I'm going to cut this in half. Again, it's got that kind of breading and uniformity that you would get from a manufactured fry it, cheese and onion fry it. But it's not for me again to say. I'm just sort of looking in that direction. Let's give it a go. Yeah, okay. Right, so what we've got here is the standard Haddock and chips. It's a nice big box. It's weighty. So I've had a peep already, and I had to close the lid quick. That looks delicious. That really does. The chips are just the way I like them. A little bit more salt. Only asked for a bit of salt. And that's what we got, which is great. Sometimes you can get round out with the stuff. I like them chips. Yeah, they're really nice. If I can just pick that up for a standard haddock, it looks great. Now I'm going to take a little bit off the end where the batter is and see how. Oh, look at that. That looks delicious and fresh. Oh yeah. Got seagulls gathering here. That batter, not at all greasy. Okay. Now if I break that open, there's not a lot in the way of skin, which some people like, some people don't. I kind of like it. I don't mind either way, but for me, it actually adds a little bit of flavour, the skin. You know, puts a bit of fat in there, and some of the oils from the skin itself permeate the meat. I kind of like that. How much grease is on this box? Not a lot. Not a lot underneath. Not a lot's got through that paper, because there's not a lot to get through that paper. So yeah, I'm super impressed with that. I really am. And what an abundance of chips. Oh, you know what? I'm going to put a bit of tomato sauce on them. Just a little bit over here. Yeah, I could sit and eat these chips continually. I've really enjoyed that. I have. I enjoyed the rapport between the staff and the owner. I liked the connection they had, and they were busy girls. Must have been half a dozen girls in there, ladies in there, and they were all over the place, but with smiles, laughing, joking with each other, and busy, really, really busy and polite. You see, it's not just about the fish and chips. It's not. It's got to be good, obviously, but what makes a chippy special is that connection between the staff and the owner, and the lot of them, and the place, and the food, and how they look after the place was spotless. I've got to put this away. I've got to put this away and crack on, because my wife and I are going to enjoy this. I think my wife's already in the cab there. I think she's finished off the cheese fry. Right, okay, I'll write the paper. My wife got me a roll of this grease-proof paper. Grease-proof paper to protect my lovely tablecloth that my daughter's bought me. Well, it's actually plastic and we can wash it, but you know, even so, it's nice to keep things tidy. Right, okay, that's enough. Back to the computer. I'm going to look at a bad review, one in between, a 5-star review, and then I'm going to leave my own. So as you can see by that, I really enjoyed Olympic. Like I say, the staff were incredible. I have to go on about this tartar sauce. You know, if ever I'm in the area, I'd go back just for, say, the fish and chips and the tartar sauce, but plenty of tartar sauce, I think, next time, because that was so different. There's usually capers in tartar sauce, obviously mayonnaise, and there was something else though. There was something going on, and I don't know. Maybe he'll tell us. Maybe he'll tell us. Put a comment in the video and tell us what's going on with that tartar sauce. It was delicious. Right, so let's have a little look at these reviews. This one is a 1-star. Always loved this chippy until tonight. I had a meal missing off my order, and the food which did arrive was freezing cold. Was told over the phone I could either have my missing meal sent out or a reduction on my next order. I've had warmer McDonald's, and that's saying something. Won't be returning. You see, sometimes, like I've said before, it's always good if an owner of the chippy responds to some of these comments, and everyone's entitled to a review. I mean, I'm a writer. That's what I do. I write recipe books and things like that. I'm a home chef. I love food, and that's why one of the reasons I got into this, because I do have a background in food. I've had best-selling recipe books, but I didn't start my life like that. I was taken out of school. I was a terror, really, So it was understandable, and I was always getting up to mischief, and I was put on building sites very young. I was an odd carrier in my early years, which led to me being a builder. I ended up having my own building company, which I built from scratch, from doing leaflets on the bus. I didn't even have a vehicle when I started. So I've worked hard. I've grafted hard all my life. I had an injury which made me go to writing, which is something I always enjoyed as a hobby, really, and part of my business. So I know, as a writer now and publisher, that when I publish a book, a recipe book, or any kind of book, and I get a bad review, it can be devastating. It can hit the pocket, and that's what happens, really. And so, but you can't respond as a writer. You can't respond to anyone's criticism, because it's their right to review. If they don't like it, they don't like it. It's as simple as that. But you can't respond. But in the food industry, where people are posing really questions like, why was my meal cold, for instance, or no, I don't want a free replacement. But in situations like this, with food and other products, actual physical products, you can respond. You can say, yeah, I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry it arrived cold, or for whatever reason. You can respond. You can respond to the good ones and say, thank you for a great review. And I think that's important when it comes to reviews. Keeping in contact with the customer. 3-star. First of all, the food was too greasy and bland. And second, the services were pretty nice. The staff are nice towards customers. Atmosphere is absolutely miserable. Not a fun place to work or order from. That's why I'm giving it a 3-star. Kid friendliness, not very fun for kids. So I recommend a parent goes and gets the food. 5-star. Went to order for a family get-together. The staff were all very friendly and pleasant. It was a big order, but we didn't have to wait for long. The food was very tasty and the portions were quite large. All in all, a very good experience. Mine, 5-star. While reviewing several chippies in Cumbria, my adventure would not have been complete without a trip to Barrow-in-Furness. I set my sights on Olympic and had a thoroughly enjoyable experience. The place was buzzing and the staff were all friendly and polite. There was a large pay and display car park opposite the Olympic, though at the time of my visit there was also street parking available close by. The haddock and chips were incredible, with a nice fresh fillet in a light crispy batter. The chips were also some of the tastiest I've had, and portion sizes are large. Their tartar sauce knocked my socks off. It was chunky and delicious, and if I hadn't been staying in the Lake District for a few days, I'd have taken some home with me. It was that nice. Cooking in, vegetable oil, hygiene rating 4, cash or card, fish reviewed, haddock. Yeah, so Cumbria has got some incredible fish and chip shops. It really has, and I haven't finished there yet. I'll be back there one day. So, see you on the next one. This is a brand new channel for 2024. So if you like this video, subscribe, share it, like it, hit the notification bell. And if you have any recommendations in your area, put them in the comments. Thank you.